Welcome back to the Bean and Saltine. This is podcast 006.
006.
And I am the Saltine, and we have the Bean.
Today we had Paul Mardesich as our guest, longtime friend, longtime family. We had some fun, and you might too. Talked about aliens, TV, lots of beer, Mars, and some video juegos. So stay tuned. Get a nice refreshment. Pack a hearty bowl if that's what you like.
Bowl of noodles or whatever you want.
Some ramen. And enjoy.
You're listening to the Bean and Saltine, now with more hops.
Making love till the morning comes. When your mom calls you, yeah, I'm almost done. We'll take you dirty, we'll take you clean. So sit back, relax, it's the Bean and Saltine, yeah, yeah. Dirty. So we'll melt your face tonight. It may sting, but it'll be alright. They want to aggravate you, violate you, penetrate you. Aggravate you, violate you, penetrate you.
I didn't know the FCC has its reach over here now.
Yeah, they censor everything.
Oh, man.
But yeah, so I today I got for you Bear Republic's Apex. It's a special IPA.
Ooh.
8.25% alcohol by volume.
Woo.
So the guy recommended this.
Sweet. That's why I'm here. Is the beer.
Yeah. All right.
He pours it for you too. It's
Let's
awesome.
try this bad boy. Actually, Nate, Paul already brought me. What did you bring me?
I brought you Beechwood. Beechwood Mocha Machine is what they're calling the new. I think it's a stout. Yeah. It's freaking delicious, to be honest. Beechwood's like a local Long Beach brewery that's just blowing up right now. Lot of people in the know, meaning not me, like their beer a lot. So yeah, it's you basically follow what people that really know about beer are saying, and that's what I do.
That's awesome. Well, so where is the Beechwood brewery? Like, where's it located?
It's right downtown Long Beach. It's right near all the bars and everything. They have an actual a brewery there with a restaurant. Food's good.
Nice.
Beer is better. So yeah, it's a cool little spot. It's like right, Anthony's right next to Congregation and everything.
Yeah, I know we walk by it all the time. We've never gone in.
Yeah,
At least I've never been there.
Yeah.
Beechwood. Hey, you'll have to send me some out here.
We'll definitely do that.
Send me a crate.
Let me try this first little sip of this Apex. Wow.
That is an IPA for sure.
That is pretty dang good. What's the IBU? Do you have is there an IBU meter on there or whatever?
No, I don't see.
It's pretty hoppy. It is pretty hoppy. But it's balanced pretty good. That's what I learned, Nate. When you talk about beer and you really don't know what you're doing, you just say it's balanced, and everybody thinks that you know a lot more about beer than you do. It's really, really balanced. Yeah.
Oh, man. It has a little bit of this and a little bit of that, but it's really balanced.
It's really, really balanced. It's hoppy, but really, really balanced. It's
flavors.
It's clean.
It's very gamey. Gamey there.
Gamey.
You just smack your jowls together and just say it's gamey.
It's that venison beer.
It's
very gamey.
Savory taste. Savory hops.
Hold on one second.
Do you drink too, Nate, or are we just the ones that are drinking?
No, I've actually got some shock tops here.
Shock top. Holy.
Right.
What the heck? Oh my
I happen to like
god.
shock top, all right?
All right, I'm going to have to send you some beers now.
Yeah, he. I don't know what it is, but he's like afraid to go to the ABC stores over there.
Oh.
They treat it like it's a big deal. still.
Oh yeah.
So you can only, I mean, you could buy some beers at liquor stores, not
Yeah,
liquor
you can
stores,
go to
but
Target and buy some stuff, but
like Coors and the
Blue
other.
Moon, yeah, you can buy some Coors, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he did have a run in at a liquor store recently, right, Dave?
Oh, I want to hear this story.
Because I tell him, I'm like, have some beer so we all have something to drink when we're doing the podcast.
Yeah.
And he told me that he went to one of the ABC stores over there.
You just do not need to share this. This is
Oh no, now
was,
it's a must.
I was excited because I'm like, oh, cool, because when we
Oh yeah.
we traveled from here to South Carolina when he was moving, and we drove, and along the way they had some really good stuff. Like in Tennessee, we had one called Ghost River, really good stuff.
Yeah, it was a Memphis brewery. That was probably my favorite that we had. It was
Really?
great.
So I was excited for him. Maybe I thought he would pick out something local, like a local brewery over there. But no,
Not wrong.
he gets what is it?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter.
No,
Di Serono or something like
What is
that?
it?
Is it Di Serono?
Yeah. Someone recommended it at my office.
I don't even know what
It's
that
like
is.
a cherry flavored liqueur
Ooh.
or something
Yeah,
like that.
it tastes honestly. It tastes like the juice from Marchino cherries. If you get think of that.
Wow. Is that their tagline or what? I mean, that is horrible.
That's what it tastes like to me. I don't know.
man.
Martino cherry juice.
Someone recommended it. I had never heard of it, never tried it before, and they're like, "Hey, you got to try this out." So I bought a bottle of it, and and it was an adventure.
Yeah. When you need all that sugar from the bottom of the syrup of Mendocino's cherries, drink this.
When the cherries aren't enough.
It tasted very ripe. All right,
It's very
it was in
balanced.
season. It was in.
Very balanced.
It was a little gamey.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, but the place I go to is called 310 Liquor, and it's in the area over here. And one of the guys really helped me out the last time I went. And I told him what I was doing, that I was trying to pair beers with guests. And yeah, he had told me that this one, the Apex, was one that people were really picking up. Like it was
It's
flying.
that's a solid IPA.
Yeah.
It's really good. Yeah. And
So-
it's 8.2, you said?
Yeah,
Ooh.
8.25.
Dang.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Your shock top's probably like 2.3 or something.
It's tasty. It's very tasty.
You can have about 10 of those, and we'll have a couple of these would be the same alcohol content.
Oh, man.
So what have you been up to?
Working. Just I am a longshoreman. I work down on the docks in L.A. and Los Angeles harbors, and we had a big negotiation that just finished up. Pretty
So
much.
that's all done, right? I mean, I haven't been following the news.
It is. It
very
is
well, but-
done. Supposedly, I mean, both sides have to clear it, but everything looks good that's going to happen. So it's back to normal, I think.
What
was-
what was it about? I actually don't know what's going on the West Coast.
Yeah, basically, it was just every certain period of time. The shipping companies and the ILWU is the union that I work for or I'm part of. We have collective bargaining sessions, and basically when our contract runs out, those negotiations start up. And our contract actually ran out in July of last year, and we just actually have a tentative agreement now. So for how many months that was, we didn't have anything. We were working without a contract, and there's mudslinging, of course. If anything like anything that goes on today, it gets politicized about everything. And it's the shipping companies are giving money to the Republican Party, and the unions are giving money to the Democrats, and then all of a sudden it's a friggin' politics issue.
A house of cards situation.
It's a joke. It's just
Yeah.
a joke. Like just give us our contract. We make basically 1 to 1.5% of what they're getting money from shipping. So I mean, come
Yeah.
on, let's just relax here.
Yeah.
But everything's cool now. I've just been working and had a bunch of beer. Went to a party last night. Buddy of mine that's a longshoreman. He's like this dude. He's like this 45-year-old socialite guy, dude. And he's a drummer. He used to be in a few bands that were like touring, and I don't remember their names, but he played like South by Southwest and stuff. So he's been around.
That's cool.
But so he's a socialite guy. So he goes up to Hollywood and LA, all these bars, and goes to see all these different bands, and he's just a gregarious dude, you know, loves to talk to people and make jokes, and I mean he's just a fun dude. So people gravitate toward him, and all of a sudden every couple 2-3 months he has a party in his backyard in Wilmington in the Weemas, and
In the ghetto.
but he brings some of these bands, you know, and generally they're pretty good, you know, like normal garage band type. Then you got a couple that are like, you know, on the level of like they're playing Hollywood clubs, you know, just starting out and stuff. And
Nice.
generally they're good, solid bands. Like I enjoy going there just to listen to music, you know.
Yeah.
Last night though, there was a band there that I was really, really impressed by. I mean, like I went home right when I got home from there. I went on their website and started listening to all their stuff because they were that good.
Really? What was their name? Do you
They're
remember?
called the Hidden Depths.
Hidden Depths.
Yeah.
Depths.
They're young Mexican kids from like this area, you know, South
Yeah.
Bay area. And they sound a lot like, I don't know if anybody's familiar with this, but they're the Growlers. It's like they're kind of like a surf rock. They sound like very 60-ish, but then
Okay.
like they're a newer band too. I mean, like not new, but they're like 15 years old or 10 years old or so. And they basically they do a lot of surf rock, a little bit of psychedelic, even like a little bit, even go in like stroke-ish type of vocals and stuff.
Yeah.
They're cool. I mean, the Growlers are a really good band, but this band is similar to that, but it really goes way more into the whole 60s vibe, and it's really, really psychedelic in times. It's freaking good. You guys should check it out.
Really?
That's awesome.
Yeah, we're gonna give them the Bean and Saltine bump here.
Do it. Yeah.
They're gonna be
They'll
on.
get all 4 listeners.
They're gonna be on the Tonight Show next week.
Yeah, we heard you on the Bean and Saltine show.
Oh my God.
I don't know who's doing
Blew
the.
up overnight. Yeah.
I don't know who's doing the Tonight Show now, but I'm sure they don't sound like that. Oh, is it Jimmy?
bit.
Yeah, Fallon's
Jimmy Fallon's doing it now.
Tonight Show. Yeah, he's killing it.
Yeah.
So they say.
Yeah.
Have you what shows have you been watching? Because I know when we meet up, we kind of catch up on things, and there's been a plethora of shows that have been released.
I'm gonna say that I have not watched a single episode of House of Cards yet.
What is wrong with? That's why you're here, Paul.
Okay.
I know.
Well, actually, I haven't either. So I'm with
Okay,
you.
I'm just waiting. I don't know. I haven't done anything the last few days, and I should have like knocked it out. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I just haven't got into it yet. It's gonna come. Like
Yeah.
the next couple days, I'll power through and I'll just finish the whole season.
Yeah,
I did
yeah.
it last time in a day. Like one day I was done with
Yeah,
it.
that usually happens.
Yeah, it's like those. That's the best way to view a show.
Yeah, we
But-
took about a week, and we finished it. Yes, the day before yesterday.
So your general vibe, what do you think?
Without giving anything away, there was a little more excitement for me in the first 2 seasons because Nate, are you familiar with the show at all?
I haven't seen any of it, actually.
Okay.
I haven't
Nate
even
never
started.
sees anything.
I know.
Anytime you bring something up here, Nate's like, "No, I haven't really dived."
No, I just haven't watched that particular show. Yeah.
Or any of the
I've
other
heard good
ones
things about it, though.
we're gonna mention today.
Yeah, Star Wars. Have you ever seen that, Nate? No, really.
is
Not
that-
even really
is that-
familiar with that.
Does that have to do with the Enterprise?
What about My Little Pony? Oh, I'm caught up.
I'm on season 15 of that one.
I'm a brony. I'm a brony.
Actually, it's hilarious. My Little Pony has been on my Netflix in the last week.
It's a thing now. I mean, I don't understand it. I haven't given it a chance, so I don't know if I could really say too much. But I know when I've gone to a comic book store that it's a thing with fucking grown ass men.
Yes.
I've never seen an episode of it. I was just my friend's girlfriend's daughter was over, and she was like, "I want to see My Little Pony."
And you're
I'm
like, me too.
"That's cool because you're quiet when that's on." So,
It's already queued up. Here you go.
yeah, dude. So she got the major kudos from that show. Gets major kudos from the kids. I tell you that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, for House of Cards, the first 2 seasons were him getting to his goal.
Yeah.
All right, you know what? Forget you, Nate. I'm just gonna say it.
I need to learn about it.
Because spoilers, I
don't care.
can respect spoilers when it's in the time frame. So I'm not going to give away the third season because that was released
Yeah.
a week ago.
Yeah.
But if you've taken your time and you haven't gotten to it, this is your fault.
Yeah.
So the whole thing was him becoming president, and then he's already president. So now they have to figure out a different situation for them to get into.
Yeah, there's got to be a new problem.
Yeah. So I wasn't. It was still really entertaining.
Yes.
Really entertaining. But it didn't get me the way the first two seasons did.
I generally I feel that way about that show.
Yeah.
I'm entertained by it. Don't get me wrong. Like I told you, I powered through the second season in like no time flat, and it's fun. It's a cool show. I don't know how like brilliant it is. It's not like Breaking Bad or something like that. For
That's
me.
kind of where everybody holds it to. Like when I listen to
Yeah.
other podcasts, Breaking Bad is always there for comparison.
Well, my general one is The Wire. That's my like go to. It's like, hey, The Wire is the apex for me, and then it's Breaking Bad, Sopranos,
the
and
Apex.
Stuff. Oh, look
Bringing
at that
back the
tie-in.
name of the beer.
That's what I do.
That is actually next. So once everything settles down, because we had House of Cards come out,
Yes.
Walking Dead's going on, Better Call Saul's going on, Vikings are going on.
Okay, I watch all those.
Okay, so we're caught up with Walking Dead.
I thought it was really good. It's been really good, man.
I've enjoyed it, definitely.
Yeah.
We're caught up with Walking Dead, caught up with Vikings, saw the first 2 episodes of Better Call Saul. We just keep forgetting it's out there.
I am a huge fan of Better Call Saul.
Really?
I think that might be one of the next good ones, I think.
Yeah.
It's been really good. The writing in it is really, really strong. And I like to see, there's a problem with like sequels in general. Like
Yeah.
when you're talking about stuff that's already happened and you know where those characters are going to end up, it's a little, it's a little, it's a problem because you don't have any of that intrigue, you know that he's going to live through the whole season or whatever, and then
Yeah.
maybe in Breaking Bad in the back of your head, you're like, maybe Jesse's going to die,
Yeah.
you never know. But now
Shock
you know,
factor's kind of gone.
exactly, you kind of know where everything's going, but the writing and like they know how to make that show, they're like those guys and everything they made the Breaking Bad over to how many seasons, 5 seasons or whatever. They just know how to make that show, man. It's really, really good, man. Yeah.
It's a different writing style. Like it feels different. It's completely different than like
Yeah.
Breaking Bad, but it still is in the same zone. You still feel like you're in the Breaking Bad world, but it's it's a different style to it.
Yes.
And I like that. I really do like that. Different kind of humor, different kind of writing, and it's cool. I'm enjoying it so far.
The way they shoot it is entirely different too. Like
Yeah.
they're like how they used to do like all the really, really close-ups of Walter White or whatever his name is, Cranston.
Yeah.
This is like more. They don't do a lot of close-ups. They do a lot of panning out, and they show the whole area. I think maybe it has to do with the acting and Cranston's just a phenomenal actor.
Yeah, he's great.
Odenkirk is good, dude, don't get me wrong, but it's just there's a different level there. But yeah, they do a lot of different things on that show that I like. It's really entertaining, man. And Tuco is freaking awesome when he comes on the screen. It's like, wow, man, Tuco's badass.
I didn't expect that
Yeah.
when he came into what was like the second episode, or they may have hinted it.
Yeah, there's a
in the
major
first one.
spoiler alert right there, huh? Might have should have probably said something about that.
Whatever.
Oh man.
That's about people stop being pussies and worry about spoilers.
Yeah, go
Yeah.
screw
Go
yourself.
watch it then. I had a coworker that every time we would talk about Walking Dead, they would cover their ears and go la 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 blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, where are you? And like, well, I've stopped after like half of the first season. I'm like, oh, you're way behind. Like, I'm not going to accommodate your needs anymore.
Yeah.
If you were a few episodes back, okay, I feel bad. But if you're that far behind, by the time you get to it, you're not going to remember what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's true. Like a couple times I've had that happen to me where I was at a party or something and somebody said something about a movie that I hadn't seen, and then I totally forgot about the big plot twist, and then I'm watching that movie later on and I'm like, oh, that's right, I knew that was going to happen, but I had no clue it was going to happen. That's good beer.
Yeah, I like it. Nate, what do you think?
It's got a nice smell to it.
It's balanced.
It's balanced. It's gaming.
So what do you guys think? Are you watching Vikings too, Nate, or what?
You know what? I watched like the first two. I think it was the first two episodes when it first started airing.
Uh-huh.
And it was cool. It was different, but because I had just gotten done watching. I had just started on Game of Thrones actually, not too long before that.
Yeah.
And so I was still kind of in that realm. And then once I started checking out, I was like, oh, okay, I got to learn all these new characters. Got to
Yeah.
start,
Yeah.
finding out what's going on again. Another whole series. And yeah, I watched two episodes of it, and then I just started missing all the other episodes, so I didn't get any further than that.
Yeah.
It
What
was
do you
good
think?
though. I liked it.
What do you think about this season?
I like it. It's really like action packed. Was it like the first episode with this huge battle?
I know
scene?
they basically. I like it when they start the season up with the new raids and everything, and they're
Yeah.
just doing that whole thing. It's pretty cool. I kind of like the show. It's fun to watch.
Yeah, last season, Ram and I were kind of talking because Walking Dead was going extremely slow. And then on the other side, we had Vikings, and we were almost complaining that it was going too fast, that we were losing traction because they don't go like day by day.
No.
Because, they're traveling across, they're not traveling across the Atlantic because they're all on that side. Wherever. They're going,
Yeah.
they're traveling from like Norway or wherever they are in Scandinavia area to, England. And that doesn't take a day. That takes a while.
Yeah.
And then, the next scene is them there already. So it's going really, really fast.
Yeah.
And I actually kind of like that.
I do too. I like for that show.
Yeah.
I think there's certainly I think Walking Dead is trying to be a really, really smart show. And at times it doesn't know if wants to be a really smart show or a really fun show, like just with zombies.
Yeah.
And I kind of like that contrast, like a little bit of, because if it's just like, I just don't want to see a stupid, dumb zombie show. I need some more depth to it. And last couple seasons has been really good.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed Walking Dead quite a bit.
Yeah. I like where it's at right now.
Yeah.
It's really fun.
I don't know where it's going from here too. And my buddy is like big. He's a comic book guy. Like he knows exactly what they're kind of doing, but it's like one of those things. They change a lot. So he thinks he knows where it's going, and
You
he
never know
doesn't
when they're going to branch out or
exactly.
what they're gonna do.
Did you read the comics too or no?
You see that big book right there? That
Are you in the
little pink slip marks exactly where the TV show is. So I'm like neck and neck with the TV show and the comic.
But then they change it quite a bit.
Like spoiler alerts. It's not a huge giveaway, but the person they just met that's in charge of this place that they're in, in the comic, I believe is a black guy.
Oh.
Here is like
instead of a woman?
a white lady. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, not a huge
That's a
thing.
good change.
Yeah. And then you get all these people who are like looking for social brownie points or something, and like this show is racist. They're always killing black
Of
people.
course, yeah.
And then the creators are like, we've killed way more white people in this show than black people.
Oh my god! Now we're gonna be counting which people die and which people don't die. That's so ridiculous.
That was a union worker. I'm not watching this show anymore.
Mark it on the board. Mark it on the board.
What's I heard my buddy's talking to me about the show the other day, and he said that what was the guy's name that just spoiler alert just died like a couple episodes ago, the black dude Tyrese.
Yeah.
So I heard Tyrese was the shit in the comic.
I was kind of disappointed because in the comics he was a badass. He was Rick's right hand man for the longest time, and I really feel that in the show, all I saw him do was like cry and bitch.
I know
the whole time, but
I know
I'm
He was
also
the sensitive
thinking,
one.
Yes.
yeah, but I'm also thinking because Daryl doesn't exist in the comics, and he's almost the right hand man for most of the time. So I'm wondering if it's kind of like a trade off.
So Daryl doesn't exist in the comics at all.
No,
Holy shit!
Yeah,
I thought he died like early.
No, he's only in the TV show.
Well, that's a pretty good ad.
Yeah, it's scary because you don't know what his fate is, as far as we know.
See, that was smart of them to do.
Yeah,
It was
that's
really
cool.
smart because you have no idea what the story. I mean, yeah, I would have, because I heard like there was a bunch of stories he was telling me about, like the axe and the hammer or something. Like those two guys were like with the axe and a hammer, and they would like fight side by side together all the time. And
Oh yeah,
I would like to see that dude, kick some ass, dude.
I know. Yeah, he had like maybe one or two scenes where he just went
Yeah.
bananas
Yeah,
on
yeah.
walkers or something.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
all I remember from his character is like crying the whole time and not wanting to do anything.
Well, it's gonna be funny because when you start watching The Wire, you're gonna see all these actors that are in this show that
That's
are
what I
on
was
The Wire.
told. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much all the black guys.
The ones that they kill.
Yeah, Wire has a lot of black dudes in it.
Have you heard and are you interested about or interested in the spin-off that they're going to be doing for Walking Dead?
Yeah, I don't really know a lot of details about it, but I heard that it could be in LA.
Yeah, it's supposed to take place in LA, and from what I've heard is it's supposed to be more I don't know if it's just going to start that way or if it's going to focus more on that timeline, but it's supposed to be before and during all the shit starts to happen. So it's not like Walking Dead where it's like a glimpse of normal life and then he wakes up from a coma and then you're in the zombie world. I think it's going to be how they're dealing with it, like, oh, this person's sick, what's going on, and then it starts spreading and how people react. I think it's going to be more like that.
I like that idea.
Me too.
Go a different way.
Yeah.
Don't just do the same story.
That would suck if they just like, here's another group in the apocalypse. Let's see what they do. Like,
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
it seems like a cool thing, and they're just like that show is printing money, so let's do it,
Yeah, exactly.
Like, dude, that thing is a phenomenon, dude. I couldn't believe how many people watch that show.
Yeah. Just put the mic a little bit more into your face.
Oh, yeah.
You could drag it to you, actually.
I'll drag it to me.
Otherwise, people are just hearing your voice like in the room. You sound like you're far away.
Yeah, I
Wanna
kind of
get-
like that.
wanna get the
gives me a little more
intimate-
like clout,
We want to hear the
Oh.
spittle. In your
Yeah,
mouth when you
me
talk.
like stumbling over my words. So, how's life on the East Coast, Nate? Like,
It's good. It's pretty good so far. We get all the seasons, so that's something.
sounds
Why is that
overrated.
everybody's thing? I was talking with a friend that I think originally was from Tennessee, moved here for a while for college, and now she's in Colorado. And that's what they all bring up. At least I have seasons. Guess what? Winter sucks. Winter blows. Okay, I think it probably creates like good character, but
Yeah.
Good character.
fuck you with your snow.
Yeah, I'm
Like,
not gonna be a boxer. I don't need character. I don't need like toughness.
Like, fuck you with your snow. And we pay enough for us to bitch about the weather. See people on Facebook, oh, it was 88 today. It's like, well, you know how much we're paying to be here with the perfect weather? It needs to be perfect
Yeah.
24/7.
Weather?
Yeah, I had a 700 square foot apartment that they wanted $1,960 for in Long Beach. I was like, go screw yourself.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, it's that's one thing out here is that things are a lot cheaper compared to the West Coast.
Yeah.
Especially down in Southern California. Of course, everywhere is cheaper compared to there.
No shit.
But yeah, so that's been nice. And are you guys? Is gas over there still like $4?
It's starting to
gone
go back up now.
Yeah.
It was down like 2 something now before. Like,
Oh no way!
yeah, I couldn't. It was the first time since I was like 2 when it was like $2, man. It was
Wow.
ridiculous. Yeah, it got low and then now it's starting to climb back up.
That's
Of course.
crazy.
Yeah, like as summer comes around.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the lowest that it's gotten here, at least not in North Carolina, but in South Carolina, when I was down there last, I think it was down somewhere like 180 or something like that. It was crazy.
180. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, but yeah, things are all right
I
out here. I'm still about like 4 hours from the coast, or about 3 hours maybe from the nearest coast, and beaches are a little bit different. They're definitely not as nice, but they're cool in their own way. There's lots of, I don't know. There's also historical stuff out here, so that's kind of cool. But,
I like that kind of stuff, man. The only thing that we have historical out here is like, oh yeah, this is 80 years old.
We just
Congrats.
had our 50-year anniversary.
Well, that building was made in 1932.
I
Holy
get all the
shit.
time because I work at a media transfer place, and so people are always bringing in like old photos or videos or film, whatever. Every single one of them. This VHS is so old; it's from the 80s. I'm fucking from the 80s. What are you saying? Like, you need to get your priorities straight here. You need someone to knock some sense into you. Like, when someone brings film and they go, it's from the 1920s, I'm like, oh, cool. It survived that long. But they're like, this is so old. It's from the 90s. So I'm like, what's wrong with you? That's not that long ago. You have no sense of history.
I feel like you guys had to start this podcast because you just wanted to be involved with Nate's life.
Yeah. I mean, we were always talking. Yeah, there's times where, one of the things that I say started it up again was we would start, at least I would start complaining about the way video games are going now, where you pay for a full game but only get like half of it, and
the Destiny-esque version of video games.
It's not even Destiny was way better than and so we were just griping about it on the way home because I have an hour drive home. And so I'm either listening to podcasts, maybe music, but other times I just call Nate. It helps the time.
There you go.
It helps it go by fast. And then we just like no breaths taken, just griping about something. And I'm like, damn, we should have recorded that at the end of an hour-long conversation talking shit about something.
Yeah.
What's so let's go into that. What video games have you guys been playing?
I haven't been doing anything. I'll get mine over with real quick. I've been thinking about playing.
Thanks, Nate. I appreciate that.
Yeah. No, I've been playing a few.
I haven't been doing anything.
There's Nate.
Go ahead, Nate.
Yeah, let's do this.
Yeah. All right,
Take it away, Nate.
So I have been playing Destiny.
Okay.
On the Xbox One.
Okay.
And I mean that's kind of at a standstill right now because I'm waiting for them to come out with the next DLC. But so that's kind of waiting on that. So not really playing too much of that. What was that?
I played a lot of Destiny when it first came out, but I refused to buy the DLC that came out, the new one.
Yeah. It lacks content. I don't know. Like it just doesn't feel right for the money you're paying for it. But
you weren't really fully invested in that storyline that they had that lasted like an hour.
I could tell you what would happen, but I'm not going to.
That's the best line of all time in any video game ever. I like
Dinklage.
Seriously I'm not a big like storytelling in video games. I'm a PvP guy. In any game, I like PvP. Yeah. And so for me, it really doesn't matter. I go through the storyline as fast as possible, and then I just start PvPing.
Exactly.
If that. Sometimes like even the old Halos, I don't even know if I finished a couple of those. Like I
just start playing multiplayer.
Yeah, I just play multiplayer, dude. That was it. So Destiny's PvP, the multiplayer was really good. I thought the combat system was excellent.
Yeah.
I thought it was fun to play. But it was just like once you do it, those games, those first-person shooter games, like any kind of the Battlefield, all those games, there's a certain like shelf life for me. Like I can only play it a certain amount of times, and then it's done. So for me, I don't really care about the new DLC because it's just better weapons or something like that, and it's the same combat system. Yeah. So I was like, I'm out.
Well, what a lot of people say about it is that you haven't really played Destiny until you've played the raids. Mm-hmm. And I actually, I've watched like playthroughs of the raids and stuff, so I have an idea of how they go, but I've never actually done it. And so yeah, I don't know. A lot of people say that they say you haven't even played the real game until you played that because that is Destiny. Is the raids. That is the game. I
had a couple buddies that all did all that gear and for the raids and everything, and it just does not. I did the couple of the big like mission type things or whatever, the dailies and the like monthlies and stuff. I did
playlist
those
stuff. Yeah,
exactly.
Those are like the main like little dungeons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the raids, like the vaulted glass or whatever and everything, dude, you need 6 hours of your life in a row. It's like, what? No, dude, I'm 38 years old, man. I don't have 6 hours to give to one thing.
Yeah, you want to pop on and pop off.
Yeah. So, I just owned everybody with my shitty ass guns. I laugh at people.
Hand cannons,
hand cannons, bro. I got a hand cannon, just pop people in the head.
Oh yeah. Well, so that's Destiny, and then also I'm really looking forward to. I don't know if you've been playing any of GTA 5, but the heists that are coming out for the online for GTA 5, those are going to be pretty sick. I'm really looking forward to those.
I played the whole game, I beat it, and I turned it in, dude. Like I'm not really like the heists seem pretty cool though. Everybody says that you download these different heists or whatever, and then you kind of run through them or whatever. So it's basically you're playing more of the same game. It's cool. and
Yeah,
just
yeah.
yeah. I mean,
It's just new scenarios and
yeah.
stuff, and you get to get your buddies together and like you actually create your own hits and stuff, and you can make your own missions basically, or what you
Oh,
want to rob. If you want to go rob a bank or something, you get like 5 guys together, you form your team, and you actually go out and execute the whole thing on your own. You plan everything out, and as far as from what I know at least,
yeah.
uh,
So
so
when's
it
that
sounds
supposed to
pretty
come
cool.
out?
Pretty soon actually. I think it's supposed to come out in I heard a few days. I think.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
pretty cool.
yeah.
I thought it was
So
out already.
I don't
No?
know actually. I'll have to check. But I thought it was coming out on the 10th or something. Maybe it's already out.
You might be
Sweet.
right.
So, but yes, I'm looking forward to that. And then recently I got a one of the new 3DSs that came out,
Uh huh.
and so I've been playing Majora's Mask, the Zelda game.
Oh, new Zelda handheld, huh?
That's really cool. I mean, in cool. I'm just making up freaking words. That's really cool. And then I've also been playing quite a bit of Monster Hunter, the new one that's out, and that is a sick game.
What's Monster Hunter?
Monster Hunter is basically. Have you ever played Dark Souls?
Yes.
Okay, it is basically Dark Souls, except you're a hunter going out and hunting these huge dinosaurs and monsters, and
Oh.
it's like playing Dark Souls, only you get into a zone and you immediately go and start kicking the boss's ass. Like that, you go straight to like boss fights. That's pretty much what the whole game's about. You
Okay.
go and you do the big boss fights, and then you get the gear, you gear up, and there's a whole thing that goes along with that.
So
But yeah,
is that for your DS or is that for your Xbox One?
the new one that's out right now is for the 3DS. So
uh-huh.
that's the new one they've come out with, and the last one was for like the Wii U,
Oh
and
yeah.
and then they had it for like the PlayStation and stuff like that. So
Okay.
yeah, but it's got a huge following, and it's a freaking awesome game. It's pretty much like Dark Souls, only boss fights.
So I want to ask you a question. How did
Sure.
you don't have you don't have a next gen system, right, Ant?
I've got an
No.
Xbox One.
No,
Oh,
no,
oh, you're asking
Nate,
him,
yeah,
honestly.
you don't have one, right?
No, I've got a 360. That's
Yeah.
the PC.
Yeah. And then you bought it. What was your decision like to go with Xbox One over PS4? Like what brought you to that?
Hammer time.
Hammer time.
Oh, you're asking me now. I thought you were asking.
No, he
Here's a
doesn't have one.
two-part question.
Pretty much because like John, he was playing
Mhm.
he was playing on Xbox, and I had another buddy that was playing on Xbox.
So it's basically your friends were on that system.
yeah.
That's basically how I did mine because I bought a PS4.
Oh,
And like
okay,
I had a
yeah.
couple guys from work that were on PS4 already,
Mhm.
and my buddy from Texas that we played video games since I was probably 15 years old
yeah.
for 20 years or whatever. He bought a PS4, so I was like, all right, I'll just buy it because I was a 360 guy too.
Yeah.
And then I was just like, well, we gotta all try to get the same one,
I know it's I hate that you can't do that. So if you have people on PC,
I know.
they don't exist in your gaming world. People on PS4 and Xbox.
It's so
it
dumb.
just-
That's
yeah.
why I generally like to play most of my games on PC.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know
Right.
what else though is, I think the other reason I wanted to get it is because the games that they had on release and the games that they had for upcoming releases,
Yeah.
the PlayStation didn't have anything that I was really that interested in except for Bloodborne,
Uh-huh.
which is out. I think that's already out now, right? Or is it coming out?
Is it Bloodborne or Bloodvein or which one?
Bloodborne. It's the next installment in the Dark Souls series.
Oh,
um,
yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know if
it
that's
kind of takes like the Van Helsing kind of vampire werewolf kind of feel to
I
it.
think that's coming out in this month, I think, right?
Okay, yeah.
I'm
So
not
yeah, I wasn't
positive,
sure
but
if
I
it
think
already
it
dropped
is.
or not. Yeah.
Those stupid exclusivity things that's so stupid too. It's
Yeah,
just,
and and from what I know, they say that is absolutely going to be staying on the PlayStation. It is not going to be coming to Xbox.
Uh-huh.
And so that was the only thing, because I played both Dark Souls 1 and 2,
Uh-huh.
and I'm a huge fan of that series.
Yeah.
Those are probably some of the most rewarding games, the most frustrating, the most difficult, and the most rewarding games I think I've played.
Uh-huh.
You just feel like you feel like a freaking beast when you kill one of the bosses or something. You know?
Yeah.
And yet that was the only thing that really drew me to the PlayStation. Other than that, I liked the releases on the Xbox and like the Forza series and all that kind of stuff. So
Okay. I just finished The Last of Us. Last night actually.
Yeah.
How was that?
Dude, that is amazing. That is an amazing game, isn't it?
That is okay. I haven't played it, but I've watched 2 times actually. I've watched the entire playthroughs of the games,
Uh-huh.
and it is amazing. Like it is probably one of the best, well put together games I think I've seen in a long time.
I'll tell you what, I think it is the best like voice acting and acting in a video game ever. It
Really?
is freaking fantastic. The actual storyline, it's like generally, listen, I am not one of those guys that just like, oh, this is the greatest story ever. I'm bored by like the first hour. I'm like, I'm out on this thing, dude. Where's the PvP? But this game, it held me, dude. It was like the little Ellie girl is
Ellie, yeah.
hilarious. I mean, classic stuff. So yeah, it kept I was generally invested in the storyline. Like I was like, wow, that's something else for me, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Well, and it's funny too because before I checked out The Last of Us, I had played Tomb Raider, the newest Tomb Raider.
Yes.
And that I was like, wow, this is an amazing game. Like seeing videos of it doesn't really do it justice. You know, you have to actually play it. And I was like, man, this is one of the better games that I've played in a long time. And then freaking Last of Us was out, and I was watching the playthroughs of that, and I was like, this is incredible. Even just the cutscenes alone are so entertaining.
Yeah.
You know, it's great. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good, and actually the gameplay is pretty good too.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fun game.
Yeah. Very cool concept too.
Yeah, the Bean and Saltine show gives it a 2 thumbs up. Oh, is that copyrighted?
We rate things on beans.
Oh, beans? That's it, huh?
5 beans.
I'll give that 5 squares of salt.
5 crackers.
5
granules of salt.
5 crackers and 5 beans. That must be epic.
You were the one that got me into. Changing segue.
Segue.
You had told me about the podcast Serial.
Yeah.
And for Nate and for other people that aren't familiar, we're not talking about Captain Crunch here.
Damn it.
Did you finish it?
I did.
Your thoughts?
Well, listen. This is something.
We're probably on the same page just by that
All
reaction.
right. So I'm listening to this podcast. It's a truly well done podcast. It really is. It's really, really fun to listen to, and that's like one of those things that you can binge to, you know.
Yeah.
So you kind of get invested, and I think all the way through like the first 5 or 6 episodes, I was like, this dude's guilty for sure. He did it for sure. And then there was like, kind of like, I think it was like episode 6 or 7 or something like that. I was like, dude, maybe there is a chance that he's off, you know, that he didn't do it, you know. And then I went back to saying, yeah, he did it. And then I don't know, at the end I was like, I think that's probably why our legal system is the way it is. I think it's like, you know what, there's probably enough reasonable doubt to say, you know, he probably didn't do it. Or, you know, there's enough reasonable doubt to say he shouldn't be in jail. I don't know. It's a very, very hard thing to say, you know. I don't know. There's things that don't add up, and that guy, his buddy, is shady as hell.
Right.
So he's the main prosecution's witness, like, and he's shady as hell.
Yeah.
Like, we've all known guys like that, you know?
Definitely.
Yeah, I didn't trust him for 1 second.
Yeah.
Nate, did you listen to it?
Oh, you had me going, dude.
So just so you're kind of like caught up, and anybody else, spoilers if you're a bitch, but pretty much the thing is that this reporter or journalist was really interested and invested her time in a case that happened a couple years ago, or more than a couple years ago, where this kid was sentenced to like life in prison.
It's up there. I don't know
Yeah.
how long. He's eligible for parole, but
He's been in there for like 15 years already or something.
yeah, I think it's been a long
And
time.
the whole thing was that, well, he was sentenced for the murder of this girl who happened to be his ex-girlfriend. And like the evidence that they have is almost nothing if you can even count it as that. They just didn't have any hard evidence on it. They were making weird connections. I think his lawyer like may have lost her mind right after his case. She wasn't very. There's so many things like it.
Yeah.
So my general, I guess, review on this is it's really entertaining. Like it helped me get through traffic on the way to and from work.
Yes.
Definitely. I really feel like it's one of those Discovery Channel history things like we found new evidence of Bigfoot and you're like, holy fuck, they found Bigfoot, and you're watching and they're stringing you along for like 2 hours and you're like, oh my god, and then at the very end they're like, we'll never know if Bigfoot really exists, and I'm like, come on, like that's the same shit we've known already.
Yeah.
It's same with like an alien. That's what it was. It's like you really thought she had some evidence that like this guy is not guilty and he's in jail and he shouldn't be there, or like, okay, well, half the people didn't think he was guilty, but he is, and I have proof. You thought something was going to happen, or at least they're going to do a season 2. That's it.
Yeah.
It's done.
It's a different case on season 2.
It's done.
But that's the difference between real life and a CBS show.
Yeah.
Like, things don't get wrapped up in a little bow, dude, at the end of real life, dude,
yeah,
you know?
I think, like, as humans, we need, like, a pattern. We need something to come to a conclusion, and it's just so uncomfortable that it didn't.
We process things the way we see things on television.
That's true.
So we need, like, things, like, brought to us in a certain way and then concluded at the end of the season.
But in television, they're not even always wrapped up. And, let's talk about Dexter or something along those lines, or, like, Sopranos. Freaking copping out. I mean, some people can appreciate it. Some people like that kind of stuff. But I
love
very
the ending
happy
of Sopranos
with Dexter.
Dexter.
Dexter was a good. I
really watched 2 seasons of it, and I was like, meh.
But yeah, I think I was probably on the same pattern you were, but the opposite. Like from the beginning, I'm like, fuck this guy. He's guilty for sure. Like I don't trust him.
Well, that's what I was.
Oh, I mean, I followed the journalist because I was starting to like connect with her because she had a thing for him. I felt like she was obsessed with him instead of his case.
Yeah, I kind of got that a little bit. Yeah, I think she's like a bleeding heart kind of like lefty type, like wants to see the good in everybody, I think.
And then we have that one episode where I think he went off a little bit and she's trying to help him and he's like, why are you doing that? Why you don't even know me? And then she kind of like had to choke on her words a little bit.
Yeah.
She realized she doesn't know who he is.
Yeah, I don't think about putting people away for life or whatever when there's just so many like inconsistencies in that dude, I forgot his name now. It's been a while since I watched it.
Adnan.
No, the friend.
Oh.
The friend.
Jay. The friend.
Holy shit. Jay's changed his story 75 times.
Yeah.
Like,
and they never
literally
brought it up. It didn't matter to people.
Like, how is that possible? And he even like he came out after the show. Did you hear about the whole thing?
No.
He changed his story again.
Oh wow.
She talked to him. It's on Reddit. It's crazy.
Really?
He came up and like the sister of Adnan is like, oh, so Jay's changing his story again. I'm like, you know what? I like the idea of putting people away that kill people, but you have to do it for a reason. And there's just I think there's reasonable doubt, and that's the way our legal system is. And I don't think that
has to be beyond a reasonable doubt.
Exactly.
So I guess that sounds like it's up for interpretation.
Exactly.
It's like, well, that proved me, like that's enough for me.
Exactly.
So if the judge feels like whatever shitty evidence they bring up is good enough for him, then it's good enough to sentence someone to life. Like these people that were starting to come up in like news feeds about people who've been sentenced for like 15, 20 years because they had like 2 joints on them. You know?
Oh, I know.
Even in states
my God.
Yeah, even states that are making it legal now, you kind of have to wonder, well, what about the people that are in jail for
exactly?
For
They're just kind of forgotten about.
Yeah,
it's a joke, man.
Yeah, I don't know. This shit is too much. You can't take it's too serious now.
I pretty much drink all the beer though.
That's fine. Yeah, go for it.
Meh. Done.
Done. Yeah, if we want more, we got other stuff.
Yeah. I brought a growler.
Yeah, he brought the growler of this coffee. The one from Beechwood. What was it called?
It's called Mocha Machine.
Mocha Machine. It's good. It tastes like iced coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It was a nice little kick to it.
It's a little dangerous.
It is
Someone set that outside.
It's a little dangerous.
Someone set that outside in the morning. I would just drink a couple glasses of that.
Yeah.
We're going.
The last coffee flavored beer I had was I think it was Sam Adams. Don't they have like a mocha flavored or a coffee bean?
They do a lot of like one offs or specialty like seasonal stuff. You
Yeah,
could've
it was
got
a
one of
seasonal
that.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was actually not bad. I'm not a huge
Sam
Sam Adams fan, but that was not bad.
I kind of like Sam Adams stuff. Like as for like the sellout freaking craft beer place, I mean, like I don't know, like I'm not into all that whole thing, but yeah, they do pretty good stuff.
The seasonal, I don't really care for the original.
Yeah.
But I like the seasonal. So that
I'll drink the shit out of the original.
Is it Sam Adams that I think we were together. It was like for an Easter get together or something at somebody's house.
Oh, I brought one of those.
And it was like
variety
pumpkin and
Yeah,
strawberry.
yeah.
I didn't dig those.
Didn't dig them, huh?
No, it's
Yeah.
like the,
pumpkin. Oh, come on, you got to get into the pumpkin.
Yeah, pumpkin beer is pretty good.
I'm not huge on pumpkin flavored stuff, man.
yeah.
People
More
get
for us, then.
crazy
More
with
for
that in the fall, like pumpkin everything.
Yeah, they had like a rye one too. I don't like the rye. Oh, that was another one. That's the one I had at Beechwood too last night.
Yeah.
Or 2 days ago, or whatever. Was it's called Rye Like an Eagle. It is delicious. My buddy, I have my buddy runs a bottle shop in Long Beach. His name's Josh, and he kind of hooks me up. And a guy that works there is his name's Eric, and the dude, he's one of those dudes, that knows every single fucking beer known to man.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, he kills it. So those two guys, when they say, "Hey, go try this beer," then I go try it,
Yeah.
And then I just say, "Oh man, that's really good. It's really balanced.
It's gamey.
It's gamey."
Everyone starts clapping.
Yeah.
So we need to figure something out because it has caused nightmares and has caused me to lose sleep now.
Let's do it.
The search for Pliny the Elder.
Oh my.
I have gone to different bottle
Pliny the
shops.
Elder is easy to find.
But it's not. I know.
But you
That's
can't
the-
find. You
just
can't even
totally
find
shut you down
Elder.
right there.
The
No.
Younger is the one.
I know that I'm not
Okay.
even. That's not. I don't want to think about it because I won't sleep.
Okay. Elder, we can find. It's pretty easy to find.
Will you let me know? Because I've gone to bottle shops and I've gone to a huge bottle shop like in East LA called Ramirez, and they say when we get it, we call you. I'm like, I can't make it out there. That's too far.
Yeah.
And then there's a few bottle shops here, like the 310. I've asked them when I go, and they're like, you know what? We've applied. They haven't accepted us yet.
Yeah. No. They're like freaking like. They're communists about their beer,
I know.
man. It is ridiculous.
Yeah, I hear that the wife goes around, and if your store is not worthy, they pull you from the list.
Yeah. They know fuck around.
They are Russian, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Okay.
That's the thing. If it doesn't even have to be good at this point, because I went to a place, Select Beer over in like Redondo, I think.
Yes.
It's a bottle shop. They're really cool over there. And I asked the guy, same question. Do you
Mm-hmm.
guys have Russian River? Yeah, we have Pliny the Elder. Nope, we don't have Pliny the Elder. They always have Damnation or one of the other ones.
Yeah.
And he's like, dude, I could pick out 5 other beers that will kick its ass. But now it's like, I'm chasing the dragon now. I need my fix.
Okay, I'll give you my official review.
Okay.
Okay, Pliny the Elder, which I've had, is a friggin' phenomenal, very well made IPA. It's very good. I've not had the younger yet.
Mm-hmm.
That's the golden. That is hard to find
The Willy Wonka golden
it is
ticket.
very, very exclusive. You have to. My buddy just went up to San Marcos and freaking stood in line for like 6 to 8 hours and had some.
Are they in
But-
San Marcos?
Yeah, I think,
Okay.
or Santa Rosa, I
okay.
think. Yeah.
Is it also an IPA?
Yeah, that I think is it's a triple. I think the younger is a triple, or it could be double.
Maybe.
I'm not sure. One of those two. But yeah, it's like it's supposed to be really good. But for my taste, the best beer they make that I've had is Blind Pig. Is the
Really?
best one they have. Blind Pig is better than Pliny, I think, than
Really?
the Elder. Blind Pig is freaking phenomenal.
And is
as
that
beer.
easy? Is that pretty decent to find?
Well, I mean, like, I go to congregations had it in the past, but I've had Pliny there too. But
Yeah.
Pig's good, man. You'd like Pig a lot.
I have to try it.
And what is it, Nate? What is it?
Oh, it's very balanced.
There it is, dude. It's very balanced, bro.
I'm gonna use that now.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna head to one of the newer breweries after this, Phantom Carriage, and it's all sours. And I think that's like the pinnacle of of beer snobdom.
Yeah.
And it's like once you've gotten in the door and you like sours, I think people respect you a little bit.
Exactly.
So I'm like, I've tiptoed into sours and I
Yeah.
can deal with it, but I would never order them if there was something else going.
So you're not a big fan?
Well, I haven't experienced a lot. Like I've had maybe 2 or 3, and I'm like, okay, well this is all right, but I'd rather have a barrel aged something.
Yeah. So you've been to the place that we're going to, right?
Yeah, they had what's called the soft opening.
Yeah.
It was really cool. Like
Yeah.
this is by far my favorite brewery in the Torrance.
Yeah.
But as far as like the decor and the feel, I mean, I walked in there. The first song I heard was Pink Floyd, then Sabbath,
I know.
then Maiden.
I know.
And I'm like, oh, I love this place.
Yeah, because this is the thing. I called Anthony yesterday and I was like, hey, or texted you. I was like, dude, we got to try this new place. Yeah. My buddies Josh and Eric were like, Josh was working that event yesterday. They did the grand opening yesterday.
Oh, okay.
So he was working that event.
Oh,
and so he went over there and helped him out with the grand opening. And he's like, hey, dude, you gotta go to this brewery. It's really, really cool. And they only play metal.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Now,
I think it's like a metal fans playlist because it's
Yeah.
not like
it's
metal
it's,
stuff. It's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
It's like Sabbath was probably the heaviest thing I heard.
Okay.
But it's awesome. And
Yeah,
then
yeah.
the vibe is cool. Like, especially coming from like New Orleans and loving that old kind of like wooden building, whatever, like iron and wood kind of feel. Like it has that to it, and it's spacious. And then it's got its own little cafe, which none of the other breweries have. You have to depend on food trucks or bags of chips, you know?
Bags of chips, that's come on, dude. Get a chef, dude.
Yeah. I have to say, though, when I went, I was really excited because they had tater tots.
Ooh.
But I was kind of disappointed because I think they're frozen, especially compared to Congregation's tots.
Yeah.
I'm a tot connoisseur.
Hot connoisseur. That's what I do. I do's tots.
But it's cool. It'll be fun when we go there. It'll be
Hell
awesome.
yeah.
We'll drink some sours.
See how it's with pinkies out.
But yeah, the search for Pliny, man. Even the elder. Like
Okay, now that I know that you're really looking, I'll hook you up.
I want to buy like 2 bottles. I want one to try as soon as I get home and one to save for special occasions.
Oh yeah, like the wedding.
Maybe.
Oh,
I'm
maybe if you're
into-
good, I'll get you a Pliny the Elder bottle for your birthday or for the wedding. I mean,
But yeah, I've gone to even the one that's close to us that does get it. They get shipments every other Wednesday. So it is hard for me. Their shipments come in at 2 and then they're gone as soon as they're in. So it's hard for me to go and get it. But yeah, I mean, at this point, I don't give a fuck what it tastes like. I just want to taste it.
it's good. Like you're gonna be like, it's probably like a. You're going to be like, oh my God, I'm waiting for this the whole time. And it's just all right.
I know.
But if you take all the way, the expectations out, you'd be like, that's a fucking pretty good IPA, man.
I think I would just be happy to have it in my possession.
Well, there you go.
The taste, I'm not even thinking about.
I'm going to try, I'll work on Josh and see if he tries, because he's been trying to work on Russian River getting there. So
Yeah.
we'll find it for you. That's what I do. I help people get beer.
It's my job. But
We're going to get some shock top for Nate.
vintage.
I'll work on that, dude. The
Make sure it's from the 1980s.
1985 shock top.
This one's been sitting in my car marinating under the California sun for 3 years.
That's like those Enjoy Afters. Have you seen those?
Yeah, that was one of the options I was going to get today. I felt it was too easy of a choice.
Yeah,
Stone.
Enjoy After. You have to sit on that though. The Enjoy Afters.
Oh, really?
Because the Enjoy By is the stone ones that you have. Like those are most of the IPAs.
Oh, yeah.
Then they have an Enjoy After.
yeah.
So you have to put it basically away for like a few months.
Yeah.
And then it just
I see.
goes
Okay.
to town, and then you get that fermentation going or whatever.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. It's supposed to be pretty good. I had one. I bought one, and I was like, I'm going to drink it now.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to follow your rules.
I'm a fucking rebel.
Speaking of Rebel.
Oh,
Segue.
Star Wars segue or what?
No.
Oh, damn.
Did you see
I was
my Boba Fett
Admiral
drawing?
Akbar. It's a trap. It's a trap.
Did you see my Boba Fett drawing outside?
I did. That was pretty
I was
fantastic.
bored.
You did a
It was
drawing?
for you.
Oh,
Yeah, we have one of the walls we painted with that chalkboard paint. And yesterday I found like a piece of chalk lying around, and I just decided to draw Boba Fett.
He had a stencil.
No.
It was like a stencil.
Oh, so you
or
no longer
something.
have the fish tank on there?
No, yeah, we got rid of that. I got real fish tanks now.
Yeah, what's up with the
pretty,
fish tanks, dude?
Oh, it's
New
my
hobby or
new
what?
Addiction almost. Well, now that it's done, now I can just sit.
Can we
and
start
enjoy it.
fighting some like Japanese fighting fish or
The
something?
one is in the other tank.
Can we start fighting them or what?
I put him.
Oh, I'm sorry. People that are really
PETA.
sensitive to that, we're not going to really fight them. Yes, we are.
My
First
plan
rule
was
of Fish
actually
Fight Club.
my plan.
Fight Club.
You're not supposed to talk. We already ruined
Fight
it.
Club.
We already broke the rules.
That is hilarious. Fish Fight Club.
I had a
dude.
coworker tell me that when he was younger, they did that with the Japanese fighting fish,
Yeah.
or Siamese. I don't know what the names are.
Yeah.
And they put them together to fight, and they didn't do shit. They were really
They were
disappointed.
just like they just smoked some weed. They were like, "Dude, we're just chilling, bro. We don't have to follow your rules. We just want to bro it up, man. Drink some beers."
But my plan was to put the beta in this tank with all the other tetras in there,
Yeah.
and I was afraid that he was gonna start kicking ass, because that's what everybody warned me about. But the other way around is what happened. That even makes
Oh.
sense.
Yeah.
But the opposite happened, where these fish
They ganged
ganged
up on
up
him?
on the beta,
Nice.
and he was just a little pussy and hiding in the corner, so I put him in the other tank. But yeah, it was my my addiction for a while to keep myself sane after work.
So, how much time do you put in to clean that freaking tank right there?
Cleaning it doesn't take that long. If,
doesn't?
Like, I'm ready and like not distracted by watching Archer or something like that.
Oh yeah,
It goes by fast. Like,
yeah.
maybe
Who's
20,
that
30
guy that you
minutes.
had on that said?
It's our friend Steven.
Yeah, Steven. Steven goes, "Oh, you can watch any Archer, and it doesn't really matter what the timeline is." I'm like, "What are you? Who the fuck said that?" I mean, honestly, that is the worst freaking opinion on a show ever. You have to watch it from the beginning because all the callbacks are the funniest shit in the show. Oh my god! Because when I laugh so hard is when I see him with his little Seamus tattoo on his like that is the funniest shit to me. Oh, wee baby Seamus. Seamus.
You don't know what he's talking about, then you're like, why does he have a Seamus?
I know. It's hilarious. Oh man, Nate, are you up on your Archer?
I need to start watching it.
Of course. Have you seen I saw like a few days ago that there's this YouTube video of an octopus completely destroying a crab like in a second.
I want to see
I'm
that
pulling
now.
this up. I got it ready.
Octopus don't fuck around.
Yeah, it's awesome. Nate, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Oh shit!
There it is.
Are
Really?
you ready for this?
Wow. That's
You have to really pay attention because it goes by.
It's a battle between octopus and crab, and who do you think?
octopus and crab.
I think octopus.
I like crabs.
I like-
I've got crabs.
I think octopus.
Of course.
You would be, wouldn't you?
All right, let's just show this thing. Or what? Can you see that?
Really
Hey, crab versus rock.
this
Oh!
video in
Did you see that shit?
Australia, a spectacular
Holy
battle.
shit!
You can see the crab minding its own business.
Cameraman's
when an
just
octopus
freaked
jumps
out.
of
Yeah,
the
Was
water.
it Michael J. Fox holding the fucking camera or what?
It then pulls the crab back underwater.
Holy
So
crap.
every day that you see
Keep
an
it still,
octopus
bro.
hunting on land is
Holy
a
crap.
visa. Scientists saying though it can happen near any shore.
Very strong, isn't he? It's a tiny octopus.
And just drags
Oh,
it down.
yeah.
So I thought
Look how
crab-
fast that thing is.
Holy crap, dude!
It's just walk. Have you seen the videos where the
Hey,
octopus?
podcast
is,
listeners, you're lame and you can't see the freaking screen right now.
That is.
Oh man!
That is creepy.
Oh, that is one hungry octopus.
See, I'm thinking like that would freaking play so well on like a big station, just like animal fights, man. You know,
People wouldn't let that happen. Though.
that'd be awesome. Like just random like acts of violence by other animals. Like I'd
What's
watch
the
that
name of that
all day
football
long.
player? With the dog fights. What's his name?
Oh yeah, Michael Vick.
Thanks, Michael Vick.
No, but I'm
Could
like,
you imagine? He's like, who doesn't want to see dogs
but
fight?
I'm
It's
not
amazing.
saying, but I'm not saying like people forcing them to fight. That's fucking wrong, man.
You just put them in like a cage together.
No, I mean like you just like happen to put two dogs in a fucking cage and like
Just
nah. No, but I mean, like in nature shit, dude. You know, like
Yeah.
those crocodile. You ever seen like alligators freaking take down like
Yeah.
gazelles and shit or whatever? I
That's
don't know,
crazy.
dude. This shit's crazy. It's fun.
It'd be hard to do that. Yeah, nobody would watch because all right, today we got nothing. We set up all of our random cameras in nature and we caught Bigfoot, but nobody fucking cares anymore.
So here's two humans killing each other. 'Cause
Boring.
That's really it's cool.
That's probably what you'll see in the woods instead of like some crazy
like,
animal fights.
Well, if the two humans actually wanted to do it, I'm a fucking asshole.
Have you seen the DEA agent that like shoots himself in the foot in front of a class? He's a fucking
Hilarious.
moron. He's like,
Hilarious.
I'm the only one special enough to have this gun. Kid, listen, kids, listen. This gun is unloaded, and he's waving it in front of them, and then he hits the trigger for the slide to go back, puts it in his holster, and bang. And he's like, oh, and he's like looking at his foot. Yup, I got shot. And he's like limping. He's like, listen. He's like trying to get their attention again. He's like, listen, kids. Accidents happen. And then he's like, bring that other gun over. It's a rifle. And the guy who's like helping him out doesn't want to bring it over. And he's like, bring me the gun. And he doesn't want to waddle over because it's painful. And then some dumb chick brings him the gun on her. And they're all like, no. And some kid's just like, put it down.
Oh,
That is one of the funniest things ever, man. I was like, dude, he's trying to like play it through it. He just got shot, dude. Like,
It's like it didn't happen.
yeah, he's like, he wants to impress these 5-year-olds or whatever, dude, that are in the class. Dude, this guy.
You see it there.
He's awesome.
I got these guns.
Gun on my right side.
You guys will have no idea, but he looks like Ricky Williams. He's like this famous running back, dude. He looks exactly like Ricky Williams.
And see, this is the unloaded gun. Right.
This is where it gets good.
This is the Glock 40.
This is a Glock.
Actually, it looks like a Glock 23.
All of them talk about Glock 40. Okay, I'm the only one in this room professional enough that I know of to carry the Glock.
that I know of.
I shot myself.
Professional enough that I know of to carry the Glock 40. I'm the only one.
I shot myself. Cocaine's
Dog,
a
the bounty hunter motherfucker over here.
God.
Is everybody all right? Don't worry about me. You got a little scared. You put your pants?
You shot yourself, big dummy. He's
He calls his partner over. Listen.
But he's stammering now. It might be that little pain that he's feeling in his leg.
I don't think people should listen to you anymore.
It can happen to you.
But they usually don't happen to me because I'm professional enough to have like.
Only you can start forest fires.
Bring the other gun.
You know what, dude? To be honest, like, I fancy myself a tough guy, you know? Like, but holy shit, he's like going through his whole spiel with his piece of lead.
He's
in his
embarrassed.
body. Yeah.
When you're embarrassed, nothing fucking matters.
I shot myself.
Oh, gosh.
Look at this chick's bringing over this rifle. It's empty. You just said the last one was empty. The
Put
kids.
it down.
Put it down. Put it down. They don't trust him anymore.
Oh my god.
He's so embarrassed. He doesn't want to acknowledge that he just shot his toe off.
Holy shit. That is epic stuff right there, man.
There are some dumb people out there.
Oh my god, dude. How do you not know that freaking weapon has got it around in
It looked like he had it in his holster, and he walks over to the table. I'm not sure. I couldn't really see because of the video. And it looks like he takes the mag out, and then he pulls the slide back, so you think there's nothing. But then the slide is released, and then that's when he puts it back in his holster and shoots himself. So he must have not. Maybe there was one in the chamber.
So
that
the
he
one in the chamber, when you usually pull the back, it usually kicks out, but
would
he
kick
probably
out,
didn't
right?
kick out.
Maybe.
It just stuck in. Sometimes that happens.
Or maybe it was just on the table and he picked it up and he assumed it was unloaded.
Oh God, that's hilarious.
And he's like, "Bring me the other gun.
God.
Bring me the rifle. I'll show all you kids this one's better. This one is safer."
I'm the only professional in this room.
It would have been even better if little Sandy would have got it though. Little Sandy is a little friggin', prissy, like 5-year-old kid that's just everybody hates in the class. So everybody's like, God, I wish Sandy would have got her ass kicked and shot.
Did you hear about that that Orthodox Jewish guy that tried to sell his spot in heaven on eBay?
Nice. This is genius, right?
I think
How
it
much?
got up to a lot, and then eBay took it down. He racked up $100,000 in bids. Or are they just collecting?
That is amazing. Dude, shit like this. Like, well, let's just start coming up with stuff to sell on eBay,
Right?
I mean, honestly, because did you hear about the dude that sold Air from the Kanye West concert?
What?
Yeah, dude's racking up money. I don't exactly know, but it's in the thousands, like high end thousands.
So he
how would you
captured
check
air from a concert.
He got it in a plastic bag. It's not even legit. It's crappy. It's just in a little plastic bag, and now he's selling it on eBay for like, I want to say in the $50,000 or $60,000. Google that shit. Google
In
that
this
shit,
jar,
homie.
In this jar, I have Kanye West's fart.
Yeah, dude, it's like holy crap. You just have to like find a good like little niche.
Idiot.
Yeah, and
You have to
just gotta
find a couple
one
of
idiot
idiots.
out there, you know.
That's so weird.
Oh,
much is it?
$65,000.
65 grand, dude. 65 gur, dude, for
Hot
freaking-
air.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
So you probably got a little weed smell in there. You can freaking do that for any concert known to man. You just like you put like a little bit of weed smell in there, and then just break all air. And then you're just like, hey, this is a Jerry Garcia concert, from Grateful Dead from 1960 or something, or whatever.
Yeah. What?
Yeah, it's a fantastic idea. I love these people that fucking take idiots' monies. It's a bit.
Wonder if it
beautiful.
smells like a fart because he sounds like shit.
Oh, here we go. Kanye blast.
I don't at this point. I don't give a fuck how much of a genius in quotations, air quotes, he is. Like
Yeah.
when you become a person like that, like I'm not even gonna give your music a chance anymore because it's like why? I'm not gonna support that habit and that like the way you're acting. Like I'm not even interested in anything you have to release because you're a fucking douchebag.
Funny this thing came up now.
Okay.
Because I'm a Kanye West apologist for everything. I'm like on the Kanye West island right now.
Really? Your apology.
I love the guy, dude. He's a great. I think he's a fantastic artist. Just really, really smart in the things that he does. But he's a douchebag.
Would
I
you
mean,
pay
he's a fuck-
$65,000 for his air?
No, but he's a dick and he's a douchebag. But I find it interesting. I read this article I posted on Facebook the other day about Noel Gallagher. And
I saw that. I don't know what it's about. Yeah, I was
okay,
interested.
so Noel Gallagher is like just very, very famous for being. Well, he was one of the two Gallagher brothers that were in Oasis.
Okay.
Okay, Oasis was a big band for a minute, and then but he basically stays in the news because he cracks on all other English and American artists, like just cracks on them, man, like genuinely funny shit, like just cracks on Jay-Z, cracks on what's the big one that he does? I forgot the name of the freaking band that he Kaiser Chiefs. Kaiser Chiefs, yeah. He hates the Kaiser Chiefs. It's hilarious. So it's all these like Twitter rants that he goes on, and then this article basically gives the response to his criticism by the actual artist.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty fun read, But I'm kind of like thinking at that moment in time, I'm like, why is it that Noel Gallagher everybody kind of fucking laughs off and just like, guy's fucking hilarious, But then Kanye West does shit like he does, and everybody's like, this guy's a fucking asshole, and we're never gonna fucking, talk to him ever again, or never gonna buy another album from him. It's a weird, it's a weird situation there. I think it's a little bit different dealing
know
with
what?
one and one
I
and
think
the other.
I think the difference is that like I couldn't give two shits about what Kanye's saying in like interviews or
Yeah.
in on radio shows and stuff like that.
Mhm.
But the fact that he gets up on stage
Yeah.
when people are getting awards and all that kind of
Yeah.
shit, that is just it's beyond disrespectful, and he's just trying to get attention, and it's just a shitty thing to do.
I think
So I think you're right in the like I've thought about this too. I don't know why.
Uh-huh.
I don't know why I've thought about this.
Uh-huh.
But I have thought about it, and it's true that Kanye is he could say he's very smart business wise for what he's doing, because look at where he is.
I don't even
Yeah.
want to
You know?
give him that
So-
credit. I think he's that much of an asshole. He's just super lucky in what he's doing.
Oh,
no,
come
no, I think
on.
that too. I think a lot of it is people that and people got him his start and all that kind of crap and stuff. But he's made himself into this thing that everyone loves and and loves to hate, and that's actually smart in its own way. But yeah, just
I disagree
The
with-
shitty things he does is what turns me off from it, and I couldn't.
I
couldn't
fucking
care less.
love the shitty things he does. It makes him the most interesting artist known to man right now. Like I
don't
there's
know.
no other artist. Who do you like think of like? I know in the old days, like you would think of certain people and like, what are the crazy fucking rockers gonna do? What's Axl Rose gonna do at this freaking thing? Like you always want to see what these people would do. There's no the rock is like, what is going on with those people? Like they don't do anything anymore. So it has to. I have to watch freaking Kanye West to get my crazy.
I think it's because they've crossed into like a celebrity status.
Yeah.
And so now they're entertainment in multiple ways. So it's not just music; they're entertainment for like tabloids, entertainment for just gossip, anything like that.
Well, everything's hyper. Like it's just everything's just done to the nth degree now because of social media and everything like that.
Everything's
but,
so fast.
But what's the difference between what Kanye does and what like Johnny Rotten did, or like Sex Pistols and stuff like that did all kinds of crazy shit to other people.
Yeah.
They like that's punk rock. That's what everybody was doing. They're like everybody was just like fuck everybody else. This is what I'm about, and that's what like drew me to rock. That's what drew me to like it's cool,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just it's interesting. Like I would never do anything that he does. I'm not like condoning his actions, but it's fun to watch.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like it when it was hilarious when he fucking went up on Taylor Swift and fucking was like, "No, Beyonce should have got this award." It's the funniest shit known to man. It's so funny. Like he's a horrible critic because the Beck album was actually really, really good. Because that Beck album is the shit, and he didn't even
backpedaled on it.
exactly because he never even heard the album.
Yeah. He wants to get the reaction.
Yeah, I mean, he has
Well,
this
it's
thing
a
in his
different
mind.
animal.
He's a narcissist. Like he's a weird dude. He's
Yeah.
he's an artist. Like most artists, like anybody like that is like in movies or in those are fucking crazy.
Oh
Got
yeah,
weird
you have
chicks
to
to 'em,
be. You
everyone
definitely
knows
have to
that.
be crazy.
Yeah, they're fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Remember all the kids in school that were in the theater program. Dude, remember those people?
Do you remember those people?
Exactly. Those are all the people that are freaking artists now. They just have a lot more money than you.
Or no money at all.
Oh yeah,
Who's
those are the
laughing
ones we
now?
can
Yeah.
kick in and say, "Go get a fucking job, you fucking douchebag."
You fucking queers, get out of here.
Yeah, fucking queer.
Get out of here, you bastard.
Need to work on my Boston accent.
That's pretty good. And we're gonna go to the harbor. Poops and farts and poops. That's the Peter Griffin, my Peter Griffin. Thank you.
Bravo.
Thank you.
Oh man. Did you? So we'll talk about some weird, crazy shit. Because I bet these guys were in the theater programs of their school. Remember these guys that put on like these rubber masks to look like women?
Oh, are you kidding me, dude?
I'm not kidding you.
Wow.
It is bizarre, and they think they look great. And I think they're starting like little support groups for each other. Not support groups, I guess that'd be the wrong thing. But like little communities, like they're actually coming out. I think it's a crazy thing, like Silence of the Lamb type deal. But now the people are realizing that they're not the only ones out there. And And
So you're telling me these masks from Mission Impossible are real?
look at that picture. That's creepy
my
as
God.
fuck.
So they try to look like dolls. That's what they're trying to do.
I
think
think they
that's
try
what
to
it
look
is.
like women, but they look like dolls. It's so creepy. They're masks.
man.
They're not even like plastic surgery or makeup. Like it's really bizarre. There was actually like a video somewhere.
What website is that?
I
need it for when I get home.
You need to research how to get that mask
Yeah.
a little more pliable.
Yeah, I just need to do a little more research on this subject.
I want to look like a rubber love doll.
I mean, honestly,
Have never heard of the underground world of
why is that every video has
I-
person talking in a British accent with you?
I don't know. I'm just getting random videos.
comprised of mostly heterosexual men who,
Mostly
with the help of
heterosexual
masks
men.
and a silicone sex suit, strive to transform
Secrets of a
themselves
living doll.
Silicone
into
sex
life
suit.
sex dolls. Now, this is a man who goes by
Oh.
the name of T-Virus.
Okay,
And he's here today
that
to dive
person
on
looks like a man.
of this
It
hidden
doesn't
life.
look like a girl,
We're
though.
gonna meet T-Virus
Yeah.
in a moment, but first, take a
T-virus? Is that what you said?
T-virus.
HIV virus? Is that what you said? That's what she said.
Hidden world of the living dolls. A secret
Turn this
community
down.
of men who, with the help of female
It's pretty creepy.
masks and silicone sex suits, transform themselves into the fantasy.
Ugh.
Oh my god.
It's like something from a horror movie.
They look like wow, I don't even know.
That's creepy. And they're going out like that. That would scare the shit out of me.
Yeah.
Nashville. I'm sure they get a really good positive reaction in Nashville.
What's wrong with that lady over there? Got too much plaque surgery. Looks like a doll.
Is that what people in Nashville sound like?
How does somebody get into this?
Yeah, I'm wondering.
Does that one have a unicorn?
Oh my god.
Oh, well.
With a cleft palate
Cleft palate.
the waist to mask his face.
Well, that's
Was that Joaquin
That's
Phoenix right
under-
there? Or what?
like a creepy.
Oh.
I guess that's a understandable way to want to cover your face, but that's not even the story that I have heard before. It was just these guys that think that they're beautiful and they want to put these masks on. It's fucking bizarre.
It is bizarre. People are fucking crazy. But
Yeah.
you know what? I want to live in a world that they can put on masks.
Well, if they want to do it, that's fine. But I might poo a little in my pants when you walk by.
Ugh.
Yeah, some people poo. Some people go home and watch it continuously while they jerk off.
Light some candle. You making plans for the weekend?
Not saying that I'm going to do it.
If I'm gonna jerk off to a mask, it's gonna be like
JB Kennedy. Mask 2. You're a weirdo, man.
Okay, there's another story that I wanted to bring up. This one is really crazy to me. It when I heard about it, the first thing that came to mind was in District 9. Have you guys seen District 9?
Yes.
So you know the part where the main guy started turning into a prawn,
Prone.
fucking prawn, and his hand was already like a claw or whatever
Yes.
you want to call it. And then you had that one chief guy or whoever wanted to cut it off because his little oracle or whatever said that if he ate it, that he would gain their power and
Oh,
sexual
I think I know where you're
stamina
going
or
with
something
this.
like that.
Uh-huh.
So in Tanzania,
Uh-huh.
that is happening with albinos.
Albinos?
Albinos,
Like you have to...
like they're being hunted.
Whoa.
They're being hunted by
Oh,
people
shit.
because they believe that. What I read was that they believe if they have like a piece of them or something that they'll be rich, and there might be like an aphrodisiac thing to it. I don't know, but it's crazy, and they're like fearing for their lives because they're being hunted like fucking animals.
I thought you were going with the whole Rogan thing. Remember, they're hunting those the rhino horns in Asia because they think it's a freaking
Oh, like an but it like a
boner
male
pill, basically.
enhanced-
Yeah,
a boner
so,
pill.
Yeah, it's like so. I thought you were going there, but dude, albinos is crazy.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
nuts.
It says, just a quote here says, in society, In society, there are people such as witch doctors who look for body parts. People will kill albinos to make magic.
Mm.
When you
Well,
bring
I'm
them
pretty much for the slaughter of albinos, so
Why did they creep you out?
I don't know. They kind of creep me out a little bit. I mean, ever since Matrix, those two twins. Remember
Oh
that?
yeah, that was creepy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I actually thought they were pretty badass looking.
No, they look pretty cool.
Yeah, they said that if you bring a witch doctor a body part, they'll make a potion with it, and they'll pour it, like a miner will pour it into the ground when they want to find minerals, or a fisherman will pour it into his canoe. Okay.
Wow.
So,
Dude, I mean, oh my God.
in this case, stick to your shitty religion, because I'm all again. Like I was talking to this guy the other day who came into work, and he had a shirt that said fiction on it, but the letters were spelled with like a cross and like different symbols of religion.
Before, yeah.
And I just complimented him, and he's like, "Yeah, you know, I get that reaction, or the complete opposite, when
Yeah.
people like shun me on purpose."
Yeah.
And we just had like a quick 5-minute conversation and talking about how we were thinking that, you know, we're like, people aren't going to, like, our species won't progress very much, or at least in a fast way, as long as people are still stuck in religion and those kind of beliefs. And I would rather,
man,
I
it's
would
all
rather have
education.
people believing in that some lady gave birth while being a virgin than like chopping off albino pieces and eating them, or throwing them into a
There
lake
is
to
that-
catch fish.
Yeah.
There is that trade-off, huh? Like all the
crazy.
stuff that ISIS is doing right now. It's, oh my God.
Yeah.
Like destroying like Nimrud and like all these ancient cities. They're just
I
destroying.
know. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, this stuff is like some of the most coolest stuff on earth, and you're just destroying it.
That we
because-
know of right now. Yeah.
I know.
This is our history, not
I
just
know.
your people or
I know.
that thing. Like, it's humans. That's the thing that really bugs me, is where everybody is still so divided and they don't see us as one thing.
Yeah.
Until there's a greater power that's going to destroy
It
everything.
basically just, we're different because we lived in a different area. That's it.
Yeah.
I mean, like, we grew up in a different climate or a different social network, and you just became different. You evolved in a different
It's
type
the roll of the
thing.
dice.
It's
You
all
could
it
have been
is.
anything.
Like, just, dude, it's just
Yeah.
live with other people harmoniously. Like,
Why is it so hard?
it's just ridiculous.
Be cool.
Yeah.
It's so easy.
Just chill out. Everyone just
Chill the fuck out, motherfucker.
Just eat yourself some magic mushrooms and be cool.
Shrooms.
We had that was on our last podcast. We had one of my buddies come in, and that was like the main topic.
I listened a little bit of it. I didn't get all of it, but yeah.
The
I had
best part was lost.
Yeah, we didn't get all of it
we
either.
didn't record. We
Oh,
got
really?
in like 30, maybe even 40 minutes into the podcast, and it was like the best. We were just going back and forth and like so much information, and I'm like, oh. Wow, we're not recording anything right now. It was a
Nice.
good conversation.
Yeah. I freaking I did shrooms a few times in my life.
Really?
And I remember jumping on a trampoline on shrooms one time, and I felt like every time I got to the pinnacle of my jump that I was like in heaven, like just talking with God. And then I dropped down.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I really don't want to be down here with the regular, normal people.
Yeah.
And then I just jumped back up, and I'm like, hey, how you doing? It was a trippy, weird thing, dude.
That's
yeah.
cool.
Yeah. I didn't really do it too much. I like to be in control of everything I do.
Yeah.
I'm a psychopath, so I need to be in control. But yeah, it's a cool experience. This is something everybody should try, I think.
Yeah. I mean, I want to say it can't hurt, but there's chances that
I guess
can
it
do
could,
something,
yeah.
depending on how you are.
You gotta have a good buddy system, man. You gotta have a buddy system, man. You gotta have somebody that kind of guides you.
Yeah.
Like,
Shaman.
especially if you're doing like harder stuff. But yeah, you gotta have somebody there for you.
Yeah.
Just it'll help you.
Lean on me when you're high on shrooms.
Well done.
Thanks. I've been practicing all week.
Practicing.
Yeah, this is just, it's really crazy to me, though, that people really think that. Like, look, that person doesn't look like us. They must be mystical and magical. What happens if
Hilarious.
aliens come down? How are they going to react if they're seeing people and they
People
just
are
have...
gonna shit themselves. It's gonna be nuts. It's
Yeah.
gonna happen too.
Well, do you? Okay. So Rogan brought in a good point, and he's like, okay, so we don't really know if there are aliens. I mean, we all like to believe, so it's kind of weird to think that we're the only ones in
Exactly.
this huge universe. But whether, like, I guess on the topic if they've been here or not, he was bringing up, look at everywhere around you. There are cameras everywhere. People have cameras on them 24/7, and nobody's got anything.
I don't think they've been on here. I don't think aliens have been here before.
I think if they've seen us or they visited, I don't think they probably. I feel like they don't think we're ready for them.
I don't know about that whole situation. Is that like people that think that that they would look exactly like us? That's pretty much impossible. Like they'd have different evolution status. You know, like they'd look differently compared to where they live. And where
if they could make it out here, they've already surpassed where we are, right? I
mean,
we can't go. We're going to Mars, but they're not. Our people aren't coming back,
dude. That's a whole situation.
That is crazy.
I haven't even got into that with anybody, and like that is fucking insane to me.
Yeah, how many people applied for that? Like a couple 100,000?
I don't know, but I think they're all fucking crazy people.
Yeah.
I mean,
what are they planning on doing when they get out there?
Nothing.
I mean, they're basically they got to run tests and they do a lot of different stuff that's going to be there, but they're only going to live for like a month there, right? And then they're dead.
Something. Yeah, I read that they did the math or whatever. They're expecting them to live a really short time. Like I thought it was going to be, just send these people, they'll die when they grow old or whatever. But no, they're going to either suffocate or die of dehydration or starvation before anything else, right?
Yes.
Because they can only take what they can.
Yeah, I think they said about a month.
I don't think they're thinking it through. Like I think they're still narrowing it down right now to how many people are going. Do you know? Maybe
I don't know the real specifics. That's the name of this podcast, right? I really don't know the specifics.
I'm talking shit. That's what
I'm not
it is.
really sure.
What is it? Like Rogan calls it bro science?
Yeah,
it's like, bro, have you heard about? That's what it is.
Stuff, yeah. I don't know, to be honest, but yeah, there's not that many that are going to go, and they're all going to die. And
I don't think they've thought that through. I think they're like, yeah, I'm going to go and die over there, but I don't think they're going to. It's going to be like Interstellar. Have you seen that?
Yes.
Like, what's his name's character? Spoiler alert to you.
Yeah, that's a big one.
To you, Nate, because you haven't seen Interstellar. You need to see it though. But Matt Damon's character.
You like apples?
But his character was sent off. Well, the backstory, Nate, is that they sent off different scientists or volunteers to different parts of the galaxy to see if there's another planet that could be inhabited by humans.
Yeah, because spoiler alert, we fucked up our planet.
Yeah.
I'm still going to watch it. I don't care.
It's a great movie. You should. And so what they do is they see if we can inhabit the planet. They send off a signal, and then they have to go into like a deep sleep because they don't know when someone's coming. And there's a really big chance that no one's going to come and get them. And so he fucked everything up because of the fear of death, because he didn't really think through I'm here, and there's a 80 to 90% chance nobody's gonna come and get me.
Well, that's the thing. Your body takes over, and you're in a survival mode. There's a definite science to that. Like you're gonna do anything to survive.
I think they're gonna fuck each other up on Mars. I don't think they're gonna. I don't think
can
they're.
we put this on TV?
Oh, I think they are. They're gonna do a reality show type thing.
Holy shit, that's gonna be dark as fuck.
It's gonna be dark.
Because you're gonna be if they're gonna be a month and you're 30 days in or 20 days in. What is going on there, dude?
Yeah, they were saying a certain day, and I don't remember what the day is. There's a 7 in there for some reason. I don't know if it's 7 weeks. But it's a really low number, and they're at this point, let's just, for the sake of the conversation, say 7 weeks, the first person will die. And they might have to choose who it is. It's guess what? We don't have any more water or air for you. Who's going to draw straws? Like Armageddon or something. How are they going to...
real life Survivor.
Oh, they have to put this on TV, dude. I'd watch the shit out of
It'll
that,
be the Truman Show. Except,
wait,
it'll be like Hunger Games.
It'd be
Holy
Hunger
fuck,
Games.
it's going to be like Hunger Games.
Yeah.
Is someone going to have a bow and arrow?
If Jennifer Lawrence is on there.
Space boat.
That was when our buddy
J-Lo!
when Steven was on there, was on the podcast. We were talking about whether we would go or not, and Jennifer Lawrence was an incentive. If Jennifer Lawrence went and you had to populate Mars, would you go?
Yeah, because you get that whole the last man on Earth type of thing.
Yeah,
the last man on friggin' Mars.
Yeah,
let's throw down Jennifer Lawrence.
First and last.
Yeah. That sucks so hard, though. Why can't they send another ship for gas or something.
I think the only way they could actually do that is if they set up another space station
Yeah.
near Mars
Yeah.
so that you could actually constantly have ships going back and forth between the two to get supplies,
But-
get fuel, all that stuff, and then be able to go down and actually
Well, they were trying to do something on the moon, but then that's too far away from moon is too far
Yeah.
away from Mars too. So yeah,
And
they need another thing.
But
They have to have some kind of hub that's nearby the planet that
Yeah.
they can actually go and use to go back and forth from. That's the only way I think they can
I
do
would
it.
say, like, I'll check in with you until you got that hub going, like, you can send those other dudes, like, I'm good with it, not with coming back and living my life. Cause like I'm of the, I think that this is our life. And once you die, it's like, you're going to be like exactly the way you were when you didn't know you were living, you know, like
before you were born.
before you were born, like you didn't remember anything, right? Well, that's pretty much how it's going to be after you die. And it's like, I want to live entirely my time on here. I want to live to my fullest,
Yeah, definitely.
Like I don't want to go freaking help mankind. I can care about man. I care less about mankind.
You selfish bastard.
I'm a Kanye West nigga.
Did you hear there was
That's
a
not your word. Fuck you. Look at this.
there was like a 6-year-old or something who I don't know who was filming him, but asked him about like the meaning of life and universe, and he gave an answer like that, like pretty like profound answer coming from like a 6-year-old, and you're like, man, that kid's got a recycled soul for sure. So,
Yeah. Yeah, I hope that's the case.
yeah.
I'm not like against hope, but
Yeah.
I mean, I just don't think it's happening. But yeah, that'd be awesome if we can like keep your soul.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of hoping like science really like gets really better in the next 20, 30 years.
So we can like just upload our consciousness into a robot,
God, that'd be so fucking awesome.
right? I would want to be the T-1000.
Ooh, T-1000. Huh?
Schwarzenegger, come on.
Oh, I want to be like Johnny Five from Short Circuit.
I'll be R2D2.
Oh, R2D2.
Nate would be R2D2.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Man. Well, I think that's about it.
Cool.
Yeah, that was good. Thanks for coming in.
Oh, it was my pleasure.
Yeah.
Nice and steamy in this room now.
Yeah.
To close the windows because of whatever possible noise happens outside.
And it's just more sexy.
Yeah, definitely more sexy. But yeah, thank you for coming in. I hope you
Oh, it was
enjoyed
my
your
pleasure.
beer.
I had a good time.
Yeah.
I came for the beer and I drank the beer.
You saw.
I came, I saw, I conquered.
I messed that up.
Lay down a flag.
All right. Well, thank you all very much, and we'll see you next time.
See ya.
Hey.
So melt your face tonight. It may sting, but it'll be alright.